It was like the world had caught fire in an instant, and at the center of it, my child. I froze.
That's tough, buddy.
ChatGPT went for the throat on this one.
Man. All right.
All right. I froze, eyes wide, unable to process what was happening. My little boy, my sweet, innocent boy, was surrounded by fire. His small hands flailed in the air, his chubby cheeks flushed, and a wail slipped from his mouth, a sound of pure confusion and fear.
Dude, this is what are we?
That's-
This is dark. Quick. All right.
oh boy.
I rushed toward him without thinking, but the heat was unbearable. The flames were so close that I could feel the singeing warmth searing at my skin. I screamed his name, instinctively reaching for him, but my hands couldn't get near without burning. No, I yelled, my voice a mix of terror and disbelief. The fire was spreading too fast, too violently, and I could barely make out his face in the haze of orange and red. What was happening? How? I couldn't stop it, couldn't control it. I felt so utterly helpless, the mother in me desperate to save him, but unable to do a thing. I backed away, eyes wide, my heart thumping in my chest like a drum. Calm down, please, I whispered to myself, trying to make sense of it, trying to breathe through the panic that was clawing at me. Then, just as abruptly as it had started, it was over. The fire flickered out like a light turning off, leaving only the smell of smoke in the air. Everything was still. The toys now blackened and charred littered the floor. The air felt heavy, as if the room itself had been holding its breath. I stood there trembling, staring at my son. He was still sitting there completely unharmed, his eyes wide with confusion as he looked around. He let out a tiny giggle, his little hands clapping together like he was pleased with himself, as though nothing had just happened. I wanted to pull him into my arms, to hug him, but I couldn't move. My legs were shaking and my chest felt tight. How had he survived that? Was that even possible? My mind raced through a million thoughts trying to understand what I had just seen. I forced myself to kneel beside him, my hands shaking as I reached out to him. Are you okay? I whispered, barely able to get the words out. He smiled as though nothing had changed, and I couldn't help but feel a strange mix of relief and fear. He was fine. But what had just happened? What had he just done? I gathered him into my arms, holding him close, as if I could shield him from whatever this was.